Conference championship games are over. The noise has settled, the celebrations are done, and the disappointment has had some time to sink in. And this is the moment that actually matters. Not what happened during the games, but what gets revealed after the lights go off. Because pressure doesn't just show up on the field, it shows up when the scoreboard is final. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. If you're new here, this podcast isn't about hype or hot takes. It's about leadership, faith, and life revealed under real pressure. If this resonates, please follow our Spotify podcast because it helps other listeners like you find us and helps keep this conversation going. Yesterday, we watched pressure at work, coaches making decisions with seconds left, players carrying expectations that were never really fair, fans attaching their hope, frustration, identity to outcomes they couldn't control. And here's the truth, the game doesn't create pressure, it reveals it. Pressure doesn't emit character, it exposes it. And once the game is over, that exposure doesn't disappear, it deepens. There's a line in scripture that fits moments like this better than almost anything else. Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. The verse isn't about instant results. It's about what happens after effort, when fatigue sets in, momentum feels lost, and quitting starts to sound reasonable. We saw a clear picture of this in the Seattle game. Third down, Seattle is up 2 scores, and if they can get the ball back here and get a score, they put the game out of reach. Seattle does exactly what they're supposed to do. They get the stop. But after the play, defensive back looks at the Rams bench and lets them know he's just ended their Super Bowl dreams. Then the flag flies. A taunting penalty wipes away an otherwise great play. Rams a first down that they didn't earn. In the very next play, they capitalize with a touchdown. The Rams right back into the game, and momentum instantly shifts. For a lot of teams, that's the moment that everything unravels. Frustration takes over. The energy drops. And people start asking, what's the point? We did it right and still got punished. But Seattle didn't spiral. They didn't lose focus. They kept their cool and they finished the game, and ultimately finished the game by dominating possession and running out the clock. That's Galatians 6, verse 9, playing out in real time. Momentum doesn't always shift because something spectacular happens. Sometimes it shifts when you refuse to disengage after something that seems unfair. The breakthrough didn't come on third down. It came after the penalty. And the frustration after the moment where weariness had every reason to take over. Leadership works the same way. Pressure doesn't disappear when the meeting ends. It shows up the next morning. It shows up after the setback. It shows up when effort didn't get rewarded. Some leaders fold there. Some deflect. Some blame the system or the call, and others line back up and just keep doing the work. Same pressure, but very different responses. It's not strategy. That's character. On Kilimanjaro, pressure didn't teach me who I wanted to be. It showed me what I had actually been relying on. When oxygen was low, visibility was gone, and progress slowed to inches. There were no speeches left, only habits, instincts, and trust. Pressure stripped everything down to what was real. That's true on mountains, it's true in stadiums, and that's true in life. So here's the question I'll leave you with, and now that the game's over, where are you tempted to disengage because something feels unfair? Where have you done the right thing and still felt penalized? And what would it look like to stay steady anyway? Because Galatians 6, verse 9 doesn't promise immediate payoff. It promises a harvest, quote, in due season. If this reflection resonated, I go deeper into these conversations every week on Summit After the Storm. Follow the podcast on Spotify because it's the simplest way to support this work. And if you are in a storm right now, one step one breath, one day at a time. Don't grow weary in doing good. The storm does not get the final word. Thank you for listening, and I will talk with you soon. Visit summitafterstorm.com, and until next time, keep climbing. Holy poly.